roster cut down day for the NFL. And I know the Eagles. I know how Roseman is calculating the calculations of the cornbread. Oh, this just in. The Eagles just made a sneaky little trade. And Cam Newton just got cut. It's going to be a crazy day. Yep, the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly. Scary Cooper, asshole. Oh, Dingbat! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That was crazy! Happy trails, Hans. Dallas still stinks. By the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are hanging in there. Today is going to be a crazy day. It's going to be a very busy day. Let me first start off by saying I want to apologize for not getting my 53-man roster out yesterday. I got home really, really late, and I think to put it out now would just be a waste of time for everybody because by the time it got out, the 53-man roster will be set. So I'm not going to do that, but I did want to hop on here real quick before I head out for the day and kind of just talk about what the Eagles have done so far because there's a lot going on, just not with the Eagles, but in the NFL in general, and there's a lot to talk about. I will be back later for an afternoon video. Once I go on lunch, I will come home, and then, we'll see if the Eagles, hopefully they have set their 53-man roster. But there's a lot been going on with the Eagles, so I kind of want to just jump right into it, okay? So far, here's who the Eagles have waived, okay? I'm trying to think, should I do this first, or should I talk about the trade, or should I talk about Cam Newton? Let's just go through who has been cut so far. I think the Eagles still have 15 moves at this point that have to be made, okay? But here's who they've cut. Rashad Smith, tight end Kerry Angeline. We know about Nick Mullins. We talked about Holyfield, Marquand Michelle. They waived Jaquan Bailey. Michael Jaquette gets waived. Not a surprise. Andre Patton, not a surprise. Ross Pershabasher, can't even pronounce his name. He's waived. Matt Leo was waived. Jason Huntley was waived. Raekwon Williams was waived. Craig James was waived. So the big cuts are still going to cut him. I still want to see what they're going to do with Fulgham and Arcega-Whiteside. That's the biggest thing I'm worried about at this point right now. But they may have a few moves up their sleeves, including trades. Howie Roseman calculating the calculations of the cornbread, okay? I think he just made a nice little sneaky trade. Now, it's not going to be a game changer or anything like that, but if you look at Matt Pryor, who stinks, let's face it, he hasn't looked good. He was probably going to get cut anyways, okay? So the Eagles trade Matt Pryor and a 7th-round pick to the Colts for a 6th-round pick. We know the Colts need an offensive lineman. He probably called up. He said, "Hey, what do you want for we want to trade you Dillard?" They said, "Well, Dillard's too expensive. How about Matt Pryor?" And he's like going, "You want Matt Pryor? You want Matt? What would you give us for Matt Pryor? 6th-round pick? Yeah, we'll take it." It was a beautiful trade for the Eagles. Basically, by getting that 6th-round pick. And if you look at what the Eagles did this weekend, getting Gardner Minshew, or you could say Garden Ginshew, because maybe he's as tough as a Ginshew knife, I don't know. But basically, they gave up a 6th-round pick for Gardner Minshew, and now they just got a 6th-round pick back for Pryor, okay? So essentially, they got I like to call him Garden Minshew for a 7th-round pick and Matt Pryor. Total steal. So I really like that move. I expect more moves to come. I expect more trades to come. I think the Eagles are going to be wheeling and dealing today. Could we see something crazy like a Flacco get cut or something like that? Who the hell knows? Anything is possible, which is cool. I also don't know if I mentioned Jason Huntley, but he got cut. He got waived also today. That happened just a little while ago. So just wanted to put that out there. And then in the NFL, the big news really, Cam Newton. Cam Newton just got cut. That kind of shocked me, okay? Not because, I'm not surprised they named Mac Jones the starter. I thought he would be named the starter. I thought he had a good chance just based upon his preseason, how he looked. But I'm surprised they cut Cam Newton. I would have thought they would have kept him as a backup. Probably didn't want to pay him that kind of money they were paying him as a backup. So Cam Newton is a free agent. And this becomes very interesting to me because there is one team that I think we all know in our division needs a quarterback more than anybody else. And that is the Washington No Names. This is a team that doesn't even have a name, okay? But they need a quarterback. Ron Rivera used to coach Cam Newton. Could he go after Cam Newton and bring him into Washington? Very possible. Now, if he does, I believe that's an upgrade over Fitzpatrick, okay? Because I'm not a big Fitzpatrick kind of guy. Does it put Washington over the top? No, but I do think it would make them a better team. So we have to watch out for that. Could the Dallas Cowboys try to bring in Cam Newton as a backup to Dak Prescott? Very, very possible. We have to see. So kind of going to be interesting to see what happens to Cam Newton and if it'll affect our division in any way. But as far as the Eagles concerned, they still got about 14, 15 more cuts to go. I expect a couple guys to get traded here and there. There was talk yesterday that the Eagles were shopping offensive linemen and linebackers. My thought on that is this. I don't want to trade any of my linebackers. Okay, I think we have some young, good guys that will be backups on this team. But we don't have anybody who's really come out and established themselves as a great linebacker yet. Alex Singleton looks good. We have Wilson, but I want to see which one of these guys, like a TJ Edwards or somebody, develop. So I'm not interested in really trading one of the linebackers. Offensive line, yeah, trade Matt Pryor, trade Dillard as far as I'm concerned. I don't care. But that's kind of where we're at right now. We're going to see what the 53-man roster is later today. And, of course, I will have another video on it. So with that said, take care. Talk to you later. And, of course, don't be a dingbat. No, man, I don't know. I feel like there's Howie's got some trade that he's going to pull off today that we're not expecting. Something's coming that we're not expecting. What is it? What is it going to be? Who the hell knows? But I just feel like something's coming and we're going to be like, whoa, we just got that guy, or wow, we just traded that guy. I think something's up. So stay tuned.